Hey guys, long time no see. Well, I just wanted to give you guys an update. Most of you know I'm with the group of the New Year's Eve loaders, and so I'm on VLCD 23, and we'll just this video is going to kind of go back in time and look back on my journey, what's been happening, because I get asked a lot. Do you have to stay on HCG like for the rest of your life to maintain? No, you don't. So I'm going to kind of go over how my journey has gone and do some flashbacks. Some of them might be a little scary. But yeah, let's take a look of how it's gone. Well, let's talk about the round that I'm on. Like I said, I'm on day 23, VLCD 23, and so far I've lost 13 pounds. My beginning of this round did not go so well. I did the loading I started on New Year's Eve, and of course I ate a bunch of fatty foods. I was so full, I was so in pain. Oh my God. But I only gained half a pound from loading, so that's not bad. VLCD day number 1, I woke up with fever and I was sick. It wasn't from detoxing, I was actually sick. I blame it from we went to the mall over the weekend, and I must have breathed in someone's cooties. Ew. This sickness was bad. I had, like I said, a fever and temperature, and you know, really, really, really bad sore throat. Like it's one of those sore throats where you could barely swallow. It hurts so bad. So I was sick. I'm still, day 23, I still have sinus issues and stuff from it. So it's taken its time leaving. But anyways, I think on day, what was it? Day 2 or 3, I had to go get my lipoma removed. And for those that don't really know what a lipoma is, it's kind of a harmless tumor. It's a fatty tumor, and it's genetic. And for those that want to see it, I do have a picture of it. I'm going to show it right here. So if you don't want to see something that came out of my cavity, my body, please don't watch. Okay, here it is. Okay, so that picture was, there was I call it a little shrimp. The little shrimp was a piece of fat that had to be removed to get to the lipoma. I wish he would have removed more. Would have made my job a little bit easier. And then the lipoma that looked like I call it a chicken breast, because that's exactly what it looks like. That's what was removed, and it was removed from here. Again, don't look if you don't want to see where it came from. It was removed from the left side of my body, right under my rib cage. And I probably wouldn't have had it removed, because you don't have to remove them if you don't want to. It was just kind of bothering me when I sat, my ribs would rub against it, and it was really annoying. So I had it removed. So I had to deal with that pain issue, just kind of, my stitches were healing and stuff, and that for a few days on my first week of VLCD. So it's just the first week was not the best. And then I've been dealing with a stall. I've been on a stall for 10 days. Now the stall was broken yesterday. I did Steph Universe's steak and mug cake day. And the following day I lost 2 pounds. That was yesterday. But this morning I woke up, I gained another half a pound. So hopefully I'm not still on the stall. I mean, 10 days stall it's just too long. But anyways, the 10-day stall may be due to what weight I'm at. I'm going to go back in history here and tell you how my journey started and what weight I ended up at, and it might explain this stall. So let's take a look back from day 1, loading, and let's go from there. Well, today is my first loading day on the HCG diet, and just like I've read from other dieters that the loading days are a little hard to try and kind of force feed yourself all the fat that you can, and they are right. I usually do eat a lot of crap food, but today was a little hard. I think the HCG might have already kicked in and is telling my body, no, don't eat that much, and it was a little hard. So, second loading day, full. I'm so full. We just got home from Red Robin. I definitely filled myself, I think, today as much fat as I could. So my first round back in October of 2007, I went for 77 days. Because back then, I was told, if you're doing sublingual, you can just go until you get to your goal. And so that's what I attempted, but I found that I got immune to the HCG around day 60. I lost 42 pounds in 77 days. And so back then, I went from 222 to 180. Round 2. It's time for Mama Clock's round 2. Phase 2. Woohoo! How exciting. It was actually good lessons. I learned that phase 3 worked perfectly. I ate kind of like a Atkins diet the whole time. I ate a lot of meats and cheeses and fats. I could eat all day if I wanted to, and I did not gain. I maintained the entire time. No stress whatsoever. And then phase 4 came along, and whew, that was a little touchy. I think I brought in my carbs and sugars way too much, too fast, and it made me gain. So they're right about that. You need to be really slow bringing that in. I think I was just so excited that I was able to have it, and so I had it. Oh yes, I did. I had all the things that I haven't had in months. So round 2 was for 79 days. I went from 180 to 148. I lost 32 pounds in 79 days. I went that long again because I was on that Biggest Loser contest that was here locally, and I did win. It did work. But then again, I got immune to the HCG again around day 60-ish. And that's not fun, people. So just off those 2 rounds, I did lose all of my weight, 222 to 148. And then after that, this is what the deal is, people. Round 3, phase 3, I do wonderfully. I maintain. Phase 3 foods are just wonderful. The cheese and the nuts and the meats, I love that. But whenever I attempted to go back into round 4, which is what the protocol says that we can do, is start eating carbs and sugars, that's where my gainage starts happening again. And I don't know how many rounds I've done after, I call these the rounds that I've done after the first 2 rounds correcting rounds, because on average I gain another 10 pounds before I start another round to correct it back down to 148. And I've done that several times. And it's been a learning. It's been a learning, lots of learning lessons every time. And it's pretty much come down to this woman right here can eat sugars and starches. And I had a hard time coming to that conclusion, because it's like, oh my God, I can't go the rest of my life without eating that stuff. Who does that? But it's true. I've come to that conclusion, and it's what works for me. It's how I maintain. And it's like this past Christmas, I started, I did not know my bra was showing. I'm so sorry. Okay. So revolting. Anyways, Christmas. Once I know in my head, I'm going to do another round, I start picking at this and picking at that, I start eating carbs again. And once I start eating the carbs again, I gain fast, and it's almost like it's kind of an uncontrollable feeling. I don't binge or anything, but I just feel like I can keep eating them, and I just can't do that unless I want to keep gaining. So for those people that I've seen, I know Rich is one of them, Terry, a few people. I think you're going through the same thing I did. Once you start bringing those carbs or your sugars or whatever you're eating back in, you start gaining. And unfortunately, not all of us can do that, I don't think. I think that some of us have to remain P3 for life. So I went through a lot of lessons. I'm trying to save some of you from going through the same thing, but I bet, you know, lots of you just have to do the same thing. You just have to go through your own lessons, figure out what works for you, and so yeah. So getting back to my stall, my 10-day stall, guess what weight I'm at? I was at 148. That's always been the case. I stop at my LDW at 148. Today I am 146, but I have a feeling I'm gonna either do it really slow, keep losing really slow, or I'm gonna stay where I'm at for the rest of the round. I hope not. I hope I keep moving, so I'm trying. I'm trying to get down to at least 140. That would be my ultimate goal. 1.5, so I got down to 149, and then I kept going to 148, 148, 148, 148 and a half, 147, 148, 148 and a half. I mean, just it's stuck at 148 for 13 days. I want to do a shout out to Miss HCG Girl for informing us about these spinach chips. I tried those and oh my god, they're so good. Well, the first time I made them, I oversalted them, so they were just way too salty. The second time I made them, I burnt them, and they were not good. I had to throw them all out. And then after that, I've been kind of, it's a hit and miss. Sometimes the outside of the pan is nice and dry and crunchy, and then the inside is still mushy, so I don't know what I'm doing wrong, but they're good. I want to tell all of the HCG family to put all of their prayers and thoughts into one of our fellow YouTubers. Her name is, or her YouTube name is Fasting Girl. I'll put it down here because I think there's more to it than that name. She just announced that she has breast cancer, and I just want to tell you, Christina, if you're watching this, that my thoughts and prayers are with you, and I sure hope that you beat this really quick, and I hope you get to feeling better really soon. That is some tough news, and we're here for you. And guys out there, pray for her. Go subscribe to her, and so yeah, just wanted to put that out there. So there you go. There's my update, and hope you guys are all doing good, and we shall talk to y'all later. Bye-bye. Talk to you tomorrow. Bye. Bye. We'll see y'all later. Bye-bye. 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 See you then. Bye-bye. 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 Shall see you soon. Bye-bye. Bye. Bye-bye. We'll see y'all later. Bye-bye.
So I'm going to say goodbye, and like Mama Clock would say it, bye-bye. Actually, I don't think I said that right. How did she say it? I really love Mama Clock's expressions. I think it was more like, but I can't do it. You have to watch her videos. And she goes, bye-bye, and I thought that was really cute. Tell him again. Bye-bye. That's for you, Mama Clock. Bye-bye. 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 Bye-bye.